Hey guys, so today is a nice Rick and Morty video, but before I get to that, I want to talk about the app called Rick and Morty Amino. It's an app completely dedicated to Rick and Morty fans, and you can join even if you haven't seen the show before but plan on it. There's a news feed filled with challenges, pictures, polls, videos, and more. I encourage you guys to reply to these posts and then get involved with the community. There are also a bunch of different chat rooms that relate to Rick and Morty, so you can talk with other fans about the show. My favorite part about the app is this chat room section, since it's easy to connect with other people who enjoy exactly what I enjoy. There are some amazing posts you'll find on the newsfeed, and here are some of my favorites. Go to the description below to download this awesome app, and special thanks to Amino for sponsoring this portion of the video. With all that being said, let's get on to the video. So you might be looking at the title of this video and you're disagreeing. There's other awesome cartoons currently airing like Steven Universe, so why exactly am I choosing Rick and Morty as the best modern cartoon? Well, there's a few reasons, and you'll want to hear them all. This video is for Rick and Morty fans as well as anyone who doesn't know much about the show. So what exactly makes this show the best modern cartoon? One reason is that this show has incredible characters. Rick is the super smart scientist and Morty is his dumb grandson, and they are a part of a family with a bunch of problems. While the side characters like Jerry and Summer are great, the light really shines on our two main heroes. Rick is definitely not your typical cartoon character, as he constantly does things that nobody would expect. He turns to the audience and talks to them directly, saying catchphrases and things that break the fourth wall.
He does have a lot of really weird made-up sounding catchphrases. Wubba lubba dub dub! Ricky ticky taffy bitch! And that's the way the news goes. Hit the sack, Jack!
In every situation, he points out flaws in what's going on, and he makes the show extremely entertaining. As we watch the show, he seems like a really mean grandpa, but over time there are things that change. I'm not going to say the exact stuff that Rick does just in case you haven't seen the show yet, but I will say that he truly does care for Morty, even if he doesn't admit it immediately. Speaking of Morty, he's the dumb grandson and he travels on awesome adventures with Rick. Morty is hilarious in his own right, often clueless in trying to understand the many universes that he and Rick travel into. Morty may be really stupid, but there are times in the show where it's clear that he's smarter than he seems. These two main characters are some of the best that I've seen in any cartoon, just because they're so different than usual cartoon characters. While the characters are a very strong aspect of Rick and Morty, there's something that I think is stronger: the true emotion in the show. While this is a comedy and you can expect a bunch of laughs in every episode, there are a few moments where you just stare at your TV wondering what you just watched. There's a moment in the episode Rick posts to number 9 and it changes the show entirely. I don't want to spoil exactly what it is just in case you haven't seen it yet, but it's seriously amazing. I've never seen a show do something like that, and it really makes you think. Also, there are times throughout the show where things get really serious and it isn't just about the laughs.
I'm sorry. It was all my fault, I'm sorry.
Daddy, leave the car alone.
What?
Leave the car alone.
Hunter? Go!
Oh my god.
While Rick and Morty is a comedy on the surface, there is clearly a deeper meaning and tons of lessons to be learned. It's hard to explain this generally for those who haven't seen the show, so I'll just let you watch it yourself and see how awesome the show handles serious topics. I really believe that when a cartoon can perfectly blend humor with sadness, it's a show you shouldn't forget. The plots of Rick and Morty are also really interesting. Almost every new episode has a new idea or concept, and they are all used incredibly. In one episode, there's a type of parasite that comes into existence only if you remember your encounter with it. Then, when they are there, you have memories that they were there your whole life. I've never seen this concept used before, and it turned out to be my personal favorite episode of the series so far. There's another episode involving Rick and a bunch of clones, and while a clone storyline isn't the most original story in the world, Rick and Morty still does a great job deviating from the cliche. Since this is a sci-fi cartoon, you can expect a lot of cool gadgets to make their way into the episodes and fascinate you. Other shows definitely have cool concepts that don't exist before, but Rick and Morty has this interesting stuff in literally every episode. Rick and Morty is also incredible because it avoids cliches. When there's some kind of familiar situation that was seen before, Rick points it out and changes it. There's a season 2 episode where Rick and Morty go to a planet that does a purge every night, where crime is completely legal and so many people get killed. Rick immediately tells Morty that this is like the movie Purge, so it avoids the cliche that the movie takes. This sort of thing happens so many times in the show, so it avoids cliches in every way possible. When the show takes a turn that has been done before, Rick will point it out, and then the show will likely change direction into something unique. That's what I love about Rick and Morty. You really never know what's going to happen because it's just so different from other cartoons. So yes, I do think Rick and Morty is the best modern cartoon. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on the show, and if you don't watch it, I highly suggest it. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.